Well, well, well. Welcome to an early edition of the Late stream with the Big D. You know how this works. If you like this stream, please like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to click the little notification button so that you know when the next Big D stream hits. And as ever, if there's something on your mind, something bubbling up inside of you that you need to express, please express it in the comments. The Big D reads all of the comments and he's always interested in what is on your mind. I'm sorry, but the Big D is a little bit subdued after that horrific result against Brentford. What now indeed, Chimney? I'm absolutely shocked, mate. I don't know what to say. It's weird. It's weird. Personally, I'm like Ruben Amorim. I say Amorim out now because it can't keep on going like this. It just can't. It's just weird. I've just paid 30 quid to watch some crap match. 30 quid to watch Man United. And that's the performance that you get. I can't ask for a refund. I can't just go into a shop with a receipt and say, this is not... I can't go to trading standards and say, this is not up to standard. I want a refund. So, I mean, what's going on? United are just crap. We're just crap. But the thing is, what's even more frustrating about this is the team is full of talent. There's so much talent in that team. Yet, they keep on getting beat. It's win one, lose one, win one, lose one. It's ridiculous. And it was the same with Ten Hag. Like, the manager's setting the team up in such a way that's just, why are you doing that? We clearly can't score goals, and we can't control the midfield. Yet he's got Bruno Fernandes, who's not a central midfielder, in central midfield, and he's got a perfectly good central midfielder on the bench in Kobbie Mainoo, and for some reason he's not playing him in central midfield. It's weird. It's just weird. You don't mind like playing against a team and getting beat if that team is absolutely fantastic. They've got the best players in the world and all of this, blah, 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 and then they pump you. Fair enough. But we should be beating Brentford. Credit to Brentford today. They deserve to win that. And the only thing I would say is their first goal, I'm sorry, that was a foul on Cunha in the build-up to the goal, right? Secondly, when Man United had the penalty, which Bruno should have scored, to be fair, but it was a good save from the goalkeeper. The ref should have sent him off, their defender off, because it was a clear goal-scoring opportunity. He was the last man. If he hadn't been there, then that would have been a goal by Mbeumo. So that's the only thing I would say. So these little decisions, fine, would have made a big difference to the game. But at the same point, we shouldn't be relying on these little decisions to beat a team like Brentford. We should be beating Brentford all day long, twice on Sundays. And I like to give managers the benefit of the doubt. I cannot stand this manager merry-go-round. I really can't. But when he's got the team set up in the way he has, he's just giving people ammunition. I just don't get it. Chimney, what you saying? We are better with 4-3-3. Well, yeah, why not? Let's get someone else in and play 4-3-3 because I'm sick of watching Man United play crap. Chelsea won the league once and only with that stupid 3-4-3 style, and they had good players too. Well, the thing is, at the very least, to that Chelsea side, and I've looked at that Chelsea side, they had the right players playing in the right positions. So they had Kante and Nemanja Matic. So they had two central midfielders playing central midfield. It's not as if they played Eden Hazard in central midfield. They just allowed the most creative players the freedom to express themselves. Whereas, for some reason, I don't get it, Ruben Amorim is continually playing Bruno Fernandes, our best attacking midfielder, in central midfield, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Lee Allen, what you saying? If he doesn't get sacked today, how many more last chances does Amorim get? I think he's gone by the Liverpool game. I think he's gone. I think that's it now. I think that's it. I wouldn't be surprised if we wake up tomorrow morning and he's sacked, or Monday and he's sacked. Who we get in, I don't know. I don't think there's a long-term manager available to come in now. Not that I can. The only long-term manager I can think of right now is Zinedine Zidane. But he's not coming to Man United. There's absolutely no chance he's coming to Man United. He's waiting for that France job. And even if he wasn't, why would he come to United? You know, why would he? Ancelotti's already gone to Brazil. Mourinho's just signed for Benfica. So unless they annul that contract, he's not coming. So the only managers that's going to come in and take over this team is going to be an interim manager until the summer, when we can get a manager that we want. So the interim managers that are available are, I would say, Ruud van Nistelrooy and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Bricktop, what you saying? Why should you be beating Brentford? Not on your current form. Explain. What I mean is, Man United are full of talented players. We should, like, the players that we've got are more talented than the players that Brentford have got, but we're not getting the best out of our players, whereas they're getting the best out of theirs. So in terms of form, then yeah, we're crap. Why would we beat Brentford? But in terms of the fact that we're Man United and we've got better players, you would think we should be beating Brentford. We should be beating Brentford all day long. We've had worst squads of talent and yet finished second and third in the Premier League in recent years. This squad that we've got now is better than the squad that Ollie had when we came second. But the thing is with Ollie, he played his best players in their proper positions. Right? If Ollie had this squad back then, it would have been, we'd probably won the Europa League that season. You know, we've got a class team now. Cunha's a good player, and Bumo's a good player. Sesko, well, in theory, he's a good player. Bruno, when he's played in his proper position at number 10, should be smashing 15, 20 goals a season with 15, 20 assists. But he's not, because he's got him in central midfield. It's ridiculous. He's asking too much of Agate. He's got Kobe Mainoo, one of the best young players in the world, sitting on the bench. It's ridiculous. You've got De Ligt, who's a class defender. It just doesn't make sense. So that's why Bricktop. Nikos, if you don't want to be counting the fingers you haven't got, you beat Brentford because we have better players. All right, mate. You haven't, but all right. Truth Temple, Amorim out, please. Done with this guy now. Pathetic. I agree. I've had enough now. It's just stupid. Chimney again. I only want Roy Keane as interim. I think he can sort these idiots. I don't think. Well, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think Keano's doing anything. I mean, yeah. Keano's an entertaining pundit. An absolutely phenomenal player. An entertaining pundit. But a top-level manager, he certainly is not. Bricktop. Nikos, better players. Is that what we saw today? Well, even Gary Neville will do a better job. Well, Bricktop, I mean, I agree. Brentford are in better form. So if we're counting players on better form, then fair enough. But in terms of talent, Man United have got more talented players, and they have. It's just, we're just not getting the best out of them. I mean, we got your best player from last season in Mbeumo, and we've put him in our team now, and he was crap today. So It is what it is. Man United are just absolutely crap. But going back to the match today, I mean, I don't even know where to start. Bayindir kept us in the game. He made some class saves. So we can't blame it on the goalie today, because if it wasn't for Bayindir, it would have been 5 or 6. You know, so if Onana was in the nets today, oh my God, we would have been absolutely pummeled. Their second goal was poor. I mean, it was 2 Brentford players versus about 5 United players, so that just wasn't good at all. Bruno should have scored his penalty. Their defender should have had a sending off for that penalty, to be fair. But I'm not even going to nitpick at that. Man United were just crap today. We should be beating them. I don't even know what to say. I honestly don't even know what to say anymore. Nikos, what you saying? Better players, man for man. Formation is the issue. I agree. Chimney, we definitely need a violent coach. We need a coach that just plays the best players in their best positions and organises them well. Ruben Amorim has shot himself in the foot from day one. There's no excuse now for Ruben Amorim. He's got good enough players to be doing a lot better than what he's doing right now. That's it. The way you set that team up now is Delict, Euro, Luke Shaw, back 3. That's fine. We've missed Mazraoui on the right today, fair enough, but Dalot was not necessarily the issue today. Dorgu wasn't necessarily the issue. Central midfield, we just couldn't get a hold of the game. He should have been playing Kobbie Mainoo. Like Casemiro, we only had 2 central midfielders available, proper ones, and he's got one of them on the bench. Ugarte and Kobbie Mainoo should have been playing in central midfield today, and he should be playing Bruno Fernandes in one of those number 10 positions. He could have been playing Bruno and Mbeumo in 2 of the number 10 positions and brought Cunha on. Because Cunha's just come back from injury, and he could have just eased him in. And then Sesko looked sharp up front. He got his goal. He got us back in the game. And it just might have been different. It's not hard. Nikos, Bayindir is absolute shite. Keeping his most important position in football today. I mean, well, he kept us in the game today. He made 2 fantastic close range saves in the first half. He made a good save in the second half, and their third goal in the second half was, I mean, it was a good goal. I mean, he maybe should have done better, but it was a good goal. So it just is what it is, and he's a massive. We should have been beating Brentford today. We should have been doing a lot better. I mean, they outplayed us. They did. They just outplayed us. It is what it is. I mean, let's have a little look at the stats. I mean, we had more expected goals today, strangely. They had 1.99, we had 2.03, yet we only scored 1. They had 8 shots on target to our 6. 4 shots off target. We had 4 block shots. We had more possession. They had more corners. They were just more clinical. They had more throw-ins. They had more crosses. Both of our goalkeepers, it was the same. It's just insane. It's just absolutely insane, this. Bricktop. Amorim should have been sacked after Grimsby, but good old United will keep him to near the end of the season. I don't think so. I think he's gone. I think he's gone within the next... I think he's gone by Monday, to be honest. I think that's it now. I think Jim Ratcliffe and Barada and all those guys, I think they're sounding out managers to see who's available and who's interested. They'll be speaking to Ollie. They'll be speaking to Ruud van Nistelrooy. I'm not even entirely sure who is available. Let's have a little look. The Tube. As of 27th of September 2025, what managers, whether interim or long-term, will be available to take over Manchester United? Give me everyone who is available. The top 20 who could be available to take over during the international break for Manchester United. Let's see what they say. I don't think he should have been sacked after the Grimsby loss, Bricktop, because Onana was the issue in that game. If Onana wasn't playing in that game, we'd have won 2-0. He literally cost us 2 goals in that one. And then they immediately rectified the problem by buying Lamens, who hasn't played. So I think this is the game now. Chimney, Bruno has to go. We are the only club doing this stupid shite of keeping such a shite player for so long. It's not Bruno's fault. It's not his fault. He's been asked to do a job in central midfield, and that's not his position. He should be playing at number 10. Okay, so this is what it says. There is no verified list of top 20 managers currently available as of the 27th of September. But the realistic options for Manchester United and according to Transfermarkt, the available managers, free agents, there's Sean Dyche, there's Bruno Lager, Xavi Garcia, Gareth Southgate's available, Xavi's available, Zinedine Zidane's available, Solskjaer's available, there's a guy called Edin Terzic, a Bundesliga manager, Thiago Motta is available, Marco Rosa, I don't even know who that is. Rooney's available. Luciano Spalletti's available. Rafa Benitez is available. Roberto Mancini's available. Joachim Low is available. Ange Postecoglou, I think. Gary O'Neill, Walter Mazzari. What about managers like Solskjaer, Van Nistelrooy, those kinds of guys? Let's see what she says. Lee Allen says Potter's free. Chimney, Simeone could be available soon. I don't think Simeone would suit United, to be honest. He's a bit defensive. Well, Michael Carrick, I mean, he's the Middlesbrough manager. And there's also, what was his name? Oh, Steve Bruce is available. Laurent Blanc's available. Oh, what's the name of that? There's a manager. There's a manager that I'm sure he's managing in the Premier League or maybe the Championship. He was an ex-coach at United under Ollie. Who was that guy? And he was quite good as well. He was like a good assistant. I'm just going to see if he's available here. Kieran McKenna. He might be a good shout. He's doing well managing Ipswich. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Nikos says Bayindir second goal was his fault. Parried across to the middle of the goal, then fumbled the shot under his arm. Third goal was straight down the middle. Well, to be fair, Nikos, I mean, his defence should have done a lot better. They shouldn't have been able to get the shot on him in the first place. Bricktop says Zidane can't speak English. I don't think Amorim can speak English, to be honest, with the way he's got the team set up. Chimney would take Ollie. Nikos says Carrick and Rooney. Who knows? But, I mean, yeah, I mean, Simone, yeah, he's a good disciplinary coach, but I just get the sense that Simeone is just perfectly suited to Atletico Madrid and the way they play. I'm not sure he would suit United. But the thing is, how do they set United up now? If we're not going to play 3-4-3, I mean, we could play 4-3-3, we could play 4-2-3-1, but the problem is with the wingers. So we've got two right wingers and no left wingers now that we've got rid of Garnacho and Rashford. I mean, Mbeumo and Diallo, they're fine on the right side. Fair enough. So it would have to be an inside forward in Cunha, really, unless he plays Dorgu on the left wing. And then Luke Shaw goes to left back again, and then he plays Yoro and Delict, or Delict and Martinez. But Martinez is injured, always. And then Mazraoui and Dalat fights it out on the right, unless he plays Diallo on the left as just a proper left winger. But then what does he do with Bruno? Because then we've got three number 10s fighting out for one number 10 position. So we've got Mount, we've got Cunha, and we've got Bruno playing at number 10. He could play Casemiro and Ugarte and two central midfielders. And then Kobe as well. So, like, it's just a disjointed team now. And even if he plays 4-3-3, he's only got three central midfielders anyway, and that's Casemiro, Ugarte, and Kobe. So what if one of those guys gets injured? Is he playing Bruno in there now? Do you know what I mean? The squad's lopsided. They've went all in on Ruben Amorim, and Ruben Amorim is not playing the players in their proper positions. It's all mental. Ten Hag was doing well. Ten Hag's been sacked by Leverkusen, Chimney. I don't know what's going on. I mean, what does it say on Sky Sports now? Well, according to this, here's the law with regards to their sending off, their potential sending off. So, the law is where a player commits an offence against an opponent within their own penalty area which denies an opponent an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, the referee awards a penalty kick. Fair enough. The offender is cautioned if the offence was an attempt to play the ball or a challenge for the ball. In all other circumstances, the offending player must be sent off. So he didn't play the ball, he just pulled him back. So he should have been sent off. Collins should have been sent off by the letter of the law. Yeah. So they had two major let-offs, Brentford. But again, you know, we should be beating these teams. Shocking. Maku says no red card, no win. Yeah. Safari says, this is horrible game. Why do you like to keep this Amorim? I don't think we do. I think we want to get rid of Amorim now because this is absolutely ridiculous, Safari. We've just been discussing there, like, who do we get in his place that could realistically get the best out of this squad that we've got now until the end of the season? The only manager that I think could make a difference in this team is someone who is a man manager and is tactically flexible. So that will be Zinedine Zidane. And I think the best formation that gets the most out of this team is a 4-4-2 diamond. So back four is, say, Mazraoui, De Ligt and Yoro with Luke Shaw on the left. Or Dorgu. It doesn't matter which, to be fair. And then play Ugarte as the ball-winning midfielder, just patrolling the back four, and then two central midfielders in Kobbie Mainoo and Casemiro, with Bruno Fernandes at number 10. Well, you could even play Mason Mount in one of those central midfield positions. That's fine. And then Cunha and Sesko up front, which would mean a big summer signing of Bryan Mbeumo doesn't really get a game. Nikos says, for the red card, VAR has said they didn't think Mbeumo was in control of the ball. I know, it's stupid. I think Mbeumo was going down too easily today. He was just flopping around a little bit too much for my liking. It just wasn't good at all. It wasn't good at all, but I don't know. It's frustrating. It's frustrating watching this because it doesn't need to be this way. Because anyone with eyes can see the team's not set up properly, and it's just stupid. It's just stupid. We lack penetration, and we're just a bit too soft down the middle. And for some reason, Ruben, I don't understand. Right, they've got so many analysts at that seat in that team now. Is someone flagging these situations up? I just don't get it. Football's crap these days anyway. It is. Oh, I'm on one today, I really am. But it is. It's crap. It's just boring. It's just not entertaining. It's not fluent. All the players, they're just going down too easily. Like, every time someone taps someone, the player goes down like he's been shot and he's rolling around for at least 30 seconds. The referee blows the whistle, pulls the game back, and it's just stop, start. I don't mind VAR checking decisions, big decisions. I don't mind that at all, to be fair. It adds an extra dynamic. But it's when it's just stop, start. And VAR is making far too many mistakes for what it is. Because how was that Collins just not sent off today? I don't get it. How was he not sent off? So he should have been sent off. Fair enough, their goalkeeper made a good save, but if they're down to 10 men, then it changes the game. I don't know. Do you know what? I'm going to have a little look. At that Cunha situation. I want to see their first goal. Well, yeah, that's a foul on Cunha. He absolutely barged Cunha over, and then they go up the other end and score. I mean, he was onside, fair enough. But Cunha was literally barged over. I actually do not understand why that wasn't a foul. Why is my bloody phone not working here? So Brentford's number 33, whoever that was, absolutely barged Cunha over, and then they launch it up the other end, and then they go 1-0 up. And then that's that. And then they go 2-0 up, and a good finish by them, to be fair, but it was a foul, and it was a foul. Bayinda makes a couple of good saves. And then 2 Brentford players versus 5 United. 6 if you include the goalkeeper. 5 United players. And then they go 2-0 up. That was bad, that. Maguire should have done a lot better. And who was that there? Their second goal was just bad defending by Man United. Luke Shaw was just not getting back quick enough. That was bad by Luke Shaw. Because if Luke Shaw had gotten back a little bit earlier, he'll have been able to parry. Aye, that was Luke Shaw's fault, that. So that was bad defending by United. The second goal. I've got no complaints about their second goal. But their first goal shouldn't have counted because it was a foul on Cunha. And then let's have a look at the penalty. I mean, Sesko scored a good goal. I mean, that's a clear red card. It's not even playing the ball and he just drags him back. And then it was a good save. This is insane. Absolutely insane. Good save by their goalkeeper there with that penalty. And then they go up the other end. And then Lado scores a good goal. Maybe goalkeeper should have done better, but it is what it is. We never looked like scoring anyway. This is absolutely shocking. It really is. Chimney wants Ollie. Carrick and Rooney. Nico says playing Maguire in High Line is a recipe for disaster. Poor from Amorim. Yeah, I agree on that, to be fair. Maguire is not a pressing defender necessarily. He's a really good defender if you play in the low block. That's why he was good with Ollie, because Ollie used to play counter-attack and football, so he was good there. OSB, welcome to the Big D streams. OSB says, this stupid coach, called Amorim, should be sacked. How can he sit there and think he can use the stars from all over the world under his management to play Bruno style? He can't play match without Bruno Fernandes. I'm not sure what you mean there, OSB. How can he sit there and think he can use the stars from all over the world under his management to play Bruno style? I'm not sure what you mean there, pal. You might need to sort of elaborate on that. But if you mean that playing Bruno Fernandes in the wrong position, I wholeheartedly agree. Morgan Scottson says, who is Man United's next manager? Well, that's what we've been discussing, Morgan. We don't know. I mean, it's wishful thinking for Zidane. I think he's the only manager that could get a tune out of this team, but he's not going to come to this poison chalice. I think the only teams he'll ever manage will be Real Madrid and France. Because why would he risk his amazing legacy as both a player and an amazing manager. Why would he risk it at Man United? But then again, if he fancies a challenge and if he managed to turn United around, that would be something to behold. So yeah, I have no idea. No idea who the next Man United manager is going to be. I mean, you never know. They might stick with Ruben Amorim. You never know. Because, I mean, if we were going to look at this pragmatically, devoid of emotion, right? Let's look at this pragmatically. Brentford, their first goal should have been ruled out for a foul on Cunha. And is Collins their captain? Either way, their defender should have been sent off. So they'd have been down to 10 men. And those two decisions would have changed the result of this game today. And that might have been 3 points for Man United. So if this was a one-off, this would have been brushed under the carpet and Amorim would have had a moan to the press and that would have been that. But the fact that he's on borrowed time now, Ruben Amorim, then it might make it different. It might make a difference in the decision making with Ineos. But as I say, if we're looking at this in the cold light of day, this one specific fixture in the cold light of day, dispassionately, Brentford got away with that. And they did. They got away with that. That being said, United have got players playing for them who are talented enough to overcome stupid decisions like that. So, that was crap. Anyway, OSB, he can't build the team according to Bruno's style of play and think he can win a game. So, are you saying then, OSB, do you mean that he needs to drop Bruno Fernandes so he can't build it around Bruno? Or he should be building it around Bruno. He can't build the team according to Bruno's style. Well, he could, but he would need to play Bruno in his proper position. But if he's playing 3-4-3, he can't be playing Bruno Fernandes in central midfield. So he needs a bit of steel in central midfield, if you ask me. That's how Antonio Conte won the league with Chelsea, because he played Conte. So Antonio Conte played Kante in central midfield alongside Nemanja Matic, and those are two defensive midfielders. And that allowed a solid base in midfield to allow the three talented attacking players to have a free roll. That's how that team played. Everything was solid in the middle of the park. Three central defenders, one of which... David Luiz could easily... He played in central defence, but he could step into midfield and create a three in midfield. So that's why that worked. So they played John Terry, Cahill and David Luiz. David Luiz was in the centre. He used to step into midfield from time to time because he could play that role as a defensive midfielder as well, alongside Matic and Conte. And that was a solid core in the middle of the park, right? And then the wing backs, it was Alonso, if I'm not mistaken, and Victor Moses, the bomb up and down, providing width, which was great. And then Hazard, Pedro, and Diego Costa had a free roll up front, so there was a lot of creativity there as well. So it was very well drilled, and everyone was in their proper positions, and it was solid. And there's no reason why Man United can't do that. There's no reason why United can't play that system. How United would set up doing that is play Mazraoui on right wing back, or Dalot, doesn't matter, and then Dorgu on the left wing back, and then you play De Ligt, Martinez if he's fit, but if not, you can play Maguire there, and then Yoro or Shaw. That's fine, but you need Casemiro and Ugarte in the centre of the park to provide steel, right? You can maybe even play Cobby in there. That's fine. But Bruno Fernandes is not a defensive midfielder. He's not defensively minded. He is an attacking midfielder. That's it. He's a specialist at creating and scoring goals. He's not in any way defensive minded enough to be able to play that position in this system. He should be playing in one of the three up front, and the three up front should be allowed to express themselves. That's what I would say. I'd set the team up in that way so it's solid in the middle with the two wing backs bombing up and down, and I'd say to the front three, whoever I picked, whether it's Sesko, Cunha and Boomo, I'd just say to them, lads, just express yourselves and be creative. That's what I would say. That's all I would say. And then just let them do that. And then see what happens. Might as well, because it's not working as it is. Charles Abela, welcome to the channel. The manager must be sacked. OSB says he should be sacked as well. There's a lot of people in this chat saying he should be sacked at this point. Amorim has sent all our best players out of the club, yet he can't win back-to-back with average team like that. Yeah, well, he's doing that thing of he's trying to get players who are not suited to his system to play in his system instead of tinkering with the team to allow the team to sort of get the best out of the players that he's got. Now, I can understand last season. Last season needed a clear out. I don't mind the fact that he got rid of Rashford and Garnacho and that. I really don't. And we went through a grueling season last season. And we were all on board because we knew what he was trying to do. He was trying to build a team to play his system. Now, he's got enough players now to be able to play his system. But he needs to tinker it a little bit. He's getting 75% of what he wants at the moment, but he needs to give a little just to sort of tweak it to allow certain players, to express themselves. He does. He needs that. He needs to do that to get results. And there's some players that you should give a little bit of leeway to, and Bruno is one of those. Yeah, OSB thinks he should be sacked. Geordie says Thomas Frank isn't the Brentford manager, mate. Okay, cool. Have I done something? Have I got him on a thumbnail or something? Let's have a little look. What have I done wrong? Have I messed that up? I tell you what. Fair enough. I have messed that up. But I tell you what, he looks like him. Keith Andrews actually looks like Thomas Frank. That's funny. That is funny. Wow, thanks for the heads up there, mate. That is a schoolboy error. Thanks for that, Jody. That is a schoolboy error by the big D. But Keith Andrews and Thomas Frank actually do look a little bit like each other. So, fair enough. Fair enough. Schoolboy error by the big D. But still, I mean, United are just crap. Absolutely shocking. I don't know if I can go through with another season watching United as bad as this. I don't know if I can. I might just stick to the commentary videos and just not watch United and comment on them anymore because it's just insane. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The Big D's trying to set up some podcasts. I might just concentrate on that. Trying to get some podcasts going with some various people and just do that because watching the team, it's just not worth the money. Especially in today's day and age, with the cost of living going through the roof. Bills, it's like 50 quid a month for water, United Utilities water. It's 50 quid a month for other utility bills. £50 a month for internet. It's honestly, you're spending £2,000 a month just for your monthly nut, including mortgage or rent and things like that. And then these crap football teams who were just not fun to watch. It costs £30 to watch one match. It costs 30 quid to watch that crap match today. And now I've broke my bloody thing. Look at this. Shit's hitting the fan here, I tell you. My whole YouTube setup's falling to pieces. I did an inventory the other day. It cost me it cost me over £2,000 per month just to keep my monthly nut. And what I mean by that, that's like just to live, right? Just to live. Not including going out to the pub or going out on a day out or going to a match or anything else. Just to live, it cost me, and this is in the north of England. This is not even in London. This is the north of England. And yet I spent 30 quid to watch a crap match today. Just so I could come online and moan to you guys about it. I don't know what's going on. I honestly don't know what's going on. And if the Labour Party get their way and introduce this brick card, if one of their daft people, one of my viewers is a Labour Party member, they could get online and say to Keir Starmer, oh, the Big D is moaning about the Labour Party and about the cost of living in the UK, then he needs to be banned with his brick card. It's insane. All I expect as a United fan is, I'm not even suggesting that they need to start winning the league every season again under Fergie. I understand that we had a once-in-a-lifetime manager under Alex Ferguson. A once-in-a-lifetime manager. I get that. But I would take our Ollie period again. Because at the very least, you were winning most matches. And you were winning most matches in an entertaining fashion. And at the very least, you were getting close to winning something. I know Ten Hag won a couple of trophies, but they weren't entertaining to watch. I understand that Ten Hag won a trophy, but they weren't entertaining to watch. I understood that Mourinho won a couple of trophies, but it just wasn't fun to watch. Moyes was just a different kettle of fish, and Ranić is just not worth going into any depth with. But I just want United to start winning again. Just win consistently and just have them be interesting to watch. Some good football. Get the best out of your players. I want to watch United and have no excuses. I don't want any excuses. I don't want... I want to watch United and just be like, yeah, we played our best team today. They all put the effort in, but we got beat by a better team. Fair enough. That's all I want. That's it. I'll take that. But there's always an excuse now. There's always an excuse. And I'm sick of these excuses with United. Like, the players playing in the wrong position. They're not playing the right system that suits the players. the players are not putting the effort in, or someone's injured, or someone got sent off, or bad refereeing decision, or this, or this, or this, or this. It was the same with England for years. I just want to watch United and just want no excuses. But it is what it is. The Big D is going to sign off because this is absolutely depressing. The Big D is going to go and lift some weights and he's going to make a bite to eat and he's going to read his book, try and earn some more money so he can, at the very least, pay his bills next month. But yeah, thank you for all you guys who made a comment, who engaged. Thank you for all my viewers. Hopefully United can turn it around. Mazzy says, sack the manager, please, Man United. I don't even know if that's going to help, to be honest. But it is what it is. Remember, if you like this stream, please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to click the notification button so that you know when the next Big D stream hits. And if there's something on your mind, something bubbling up inside of you that you need to express, please express it in the comments. The Big D reads all of the comments. And he's always interested in what is on your mind. Graham Clark says, performance was shit. Bruno and goalkeeper cost us the game. I disagree with that, Graham. I think refereeing decisions cost us the game, and I think Ruben Amorim insisting on playing Bruno in central midfield cost us the game. Luke Shaw's error cost us the game. Referee, yeah. It's just crap, Graham, to be honest. I don't know what else to say. I've just spent 52 minutes just ranting, talking crap about a crap United team, so it is what it is. Anyway, hopefully in another game it's different. Scott says relegated if this continues. I'd back Sunderland against this lot. I agree, Scott, actually. Yeah. If Ruben Amorim is not sacked by Monday, he'll be sacked after the Sunderland game because I can't see Sunderland. I can't see us beating Sunderland at this rate. Let me just have a little look at something here. I just want to check something. So, what's the date today? It's the 27th. So we've got Sunderland next week. And then it's the international break. And then it's Liverpool away on the 19th of October. Where is Sunderland in the league? I don't even know why I'm looking at this. Where's Sunderland in the league? Because it doesn't matter where Sunderland are in the league. They'll still beat us. They're higher than us in the league. We're 13th. They're 7th. I think Sunderland beat us next week. I think what will happen, this is realistically what I think will happen. I think, as of Monday, in fact, as of now, I think Omar Barada and Jason Wilcox, I think they are sending out texts to the relevant agents and contacts and whomever, sounding out who's available and who will be interested in the Man United job. That's what I think's happening now. Because they'll need to sort something out, put something in place to replace Ruben Amorim. And then they'll get everything in place for the Sunderland game so that if it's a bad result against Sunderland, then he's gone on the Monday, the following Monday. And then that'll give the new manager a full international break to move into his office and get everything together, ready for the players to come back after the international break to do what he wants to do with them and work with the players that are not on an international break. That's what I think is the realistic thing that's going to happen. Graham says we should have not beaten Chelsea because we can't beat Brentford. We deserve to win against Chelsea. We didn't deserve to win against Brentford. But then again, a couple of decisions didn't go our way today. But still, it's just not good enough. It isn't. It's just not good enough. We should be beating Brentford. So it is what it is. Anyway, guys, the big D's off ski. Ciao for now.